Greetings everybody, welcome back to WagerTalk TV. This is Pavlos to break down the match between Spain and Saudi Arabia. Let's see now, this takes place on Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern, but before that we had a nice sweep on Friday's plays, a 3% and a 4% winner. Now we're 5-0 with any play greater than 3%. I mean, I know I doubled in a lot of like 1-2 player props, like 2%, 1%. I stopped those. I'm just focusing on give you guys the clients the best bets. Now in these videos I'm gonna give you like a bunch of plays, alternative ways to bet these games. I know a lot of you do not like cards or whatever, but I'll try to focus on sides, totals, you know, things that most people can bet on. 5% max bet is loaded for Sunday. It's a total. Won my other 5% max bet with Norway the other day. Now on an 8-3 run and 4-0 in my last 5% max bets. You can find it at wt.buzz/pl, and I've got several plays loaded, lined up for Monday. I still haven't decided, you know, how many units, because I love a lot of stuff for Monday. And I'm gonna give you guys actually some of them in my next free play video that you can find at WagerTalk's YouTube channel. Now onwards to our free play. Before our free play, a reminder, my World Cup All Access Pass is $149. You can get every play, 5% included, just every daily plays, just everything for just $149. Head over to my page at wt.buzz/pl. You'll find all about it. Now onwards to Spain versus Saudi Arabia. The books are giving us Spain moneyline at plus 1150, the draw at plus 990, Saudi Arabia plus 2500. The spread is set at 2.5, the total is set at 3.25. Now I feel sorry for whoever bet Spain in the opener. Minus 2.75 was the spread against Cape Verde. Now I left that game alone, because Spain are not the same team that won the Euro back in 2024. Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams were not fit to start. I think Lamine Yamal is, you know, based on what the coach said, he's probably going to get like 45 minutes of action, and whenever you see that being said by a coach, it usually means that he comes off the bench, not that he starts the game and then he gets subbed off. Because, for example, if he does start the game and I don't know, for whatever reason Spain are not winning, is he gonna take him off at the halftime? So maybe logically it's better to start the game without him, and if they need him, they can put him in the second half. Now Spain, they did struggle to break down a very well organized Cape Verde defense. They were stuck in a goalless draw, obviously, and they're now up against a similar team in Saudi Arabia who have a very, very certain and similar mindset under coach Donis, the Greek guy. They play solid defense. They do not like to get overexposed, and they'll try to hit on the counter. Now, we saw exactly that versus Uruguay in Matchday 1, where they managed to take a lead in the first half, and then, you know, they sat back on it. Uruguay kept, you know, blasting them with shots. In fact, Uruguay, they finished the game with 27 shots, 10 on target, but the quality of the shots was not that great. They generated just 1.72 expected goals out of 10 shots on target. I mean, that's pretty terrible. Now, Coach Donis has been working, and I said that in my write-ups. We had a winner and a push in the Saudi Arabia game. Coach Donis has been working in Saudi Arabia for, I think, 5 or 6 years. He knows the culture, he knows the players, he knows, you know, how to get the best out of any team. He hasn't coached any of the big teams, but only like mid-tier sides, but he's been quite competitive against the good ones. Like, and if you see like the difference in not just market value, but overall defense. I mean, he's got like 3 Greek guys in the lineup of the last Saudi team he's faced, and he looked several of the big teams in the eye. So I mean, I think Spain minus 2.5 is a big spread, especially if you know, with Lamine Yamal not being at 100%. Nico Williams, they hinted that he might start, so that's a bonus. But you know, they're both coming off muscular injuries, which are not easy. They can be tricky. They're not easy to like fully, you know, bypass. I think there might be some nagging there. But anyway, I think the minus 2.5 for Spain is quite big. So Saudi Arabia, plus 2.5 goals at minus 110 is a sneaky contrarian play. I know a lot of you will say, yeah, Spain, well, now they're gonna be better. Well, until I see them being better, I'm gonna keep fading them. Or this is basically a back on Saudi Arabia, to be honest. Not so much of a fade in Spain. And again, if we see Lamine Yamal not starting, maybe first half Saudi Arabia plus 1 goal is also a good play. So I think, you know, Saudi Arabia, they'll try to just keep the loss at a minimum, right? Because then they play against Cape Verde. So if they manage to get like a draw would be massive against Spain, but if they manage to at least, you know, not lose by a lot of goals, like even a 1-goal loss, a 2-goal loss, you know, by a 1-goal or 2-goal margin, could keep them in the chase of a qualifying spot. So I think Saudi Arabia plus 2.5 goals is a pretty decent bet in this game. So give me Saudi Arabia plus 2.5 goals, minus 110. Reminder, 5% max bet grows on Sunday. I almost said the starting time. It goes on Sunday. It's a total. I really love this total. And 4-0 in my last 4 max 5% max bets. 8-3 in my last 11. We won the one with Norway last week. I want to keep it up. I got several plays lined up for Monday. I'm telling you right now, one of them is a card prop. I know, you know, you don't like card props, but this one is, I love that play. And I also love some player props that you're gonna find out in my next video about France versus Iraq. Let me know in the comments below what you think about these games. World Cup All Access Pass goes for $149 at wt.buzz/pl. Good luck, God bless.